Hey guys, so we are living in a generation where everything needs to be public. Everything. You know, this is an age where girls are going around talking like, oh man, my fucking period. Oh, it was like a fucking cascade. There was blood all over. You know, sometimes there are some things that you don't need to share with the public just because it's online and just because you have a following doesn't mean you need to share every single detail of your life, especially when it kind of exposes kind of lifestyle that you're living and you know you're going to face backlash. So, let me put this out there. If you want to have sex with multiple partners, that's fine. People, human beings are sexual creatures. We love sex, and we have since the beginning of time. But we are living in an age where it should be easier to protect yourself from certain unwanted things. Whether, whatever the case is, if you're having sex with someone and he doesn't want to wrap it up, you don't have sex with him. And ladies, I implore you to exercise your Second Amendment rights. Conceal carry. Rapes will drop tremendously if a dude has a fucking gun held up to his ball sack. I would love to hear it though. I would love to hear, seeing in an article or on the news, a rape was foiled. You know, some college party, girl, they're drinking this and that. The guy tries taking advantage of her, and he gets his fucking sack blown the fuck off because she was concealed carrying, and he tried to fucking rape her. I would love that, and that's what you girls need to start doing. Protect. You're not powerless. Conceal carry. And I'm sure they still make those little tiny, like the little, like the ones you see in like old timey westerns. They lift up the hat and there's this little tiny gun. Even that, you point that at some dude's sack, he's gonna stop real fucking fast. Again, I would love to hear the day, live to see the day where there's an article or a news story about a dude getting his fucking balls blown off because a girl was concealed carrying. And that was just perfection. But whatever it is, whether it's, have the dude wrap it up. Pregnancy is possibly going to occur. You don't want a child, wrap it the fuck up. If it still happens, that's unfortunate, but at least you took the precautions by wrapping it up. In this case, STDs. How the fuck are we living in 2023 and people are still having unprotected sex knowing that STDs are a thing? The only time you really should be having unprotected sex is if you're with your partner and it's someone you trust who you know is clean, who you've been with, and you're trying to start a family with them. That's really the only time you should be having unprotected sex. Any other time, the dude wraps it the fuck up. How are we still living in 2023 and not knowing this? But this is a girl who fucked around, found out, and now she's getting demolished because she's taking her deviant, whore-like lifestyle and putting it out there. And like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Well, what did you think was gonna happen? What did you think was gonna happen?
Today, my whole life could change. And
Her whole life changed because the Fire Nation attacked. Not the Fire Nation you're thinking of, but there was definitely some burning.
I'm scared. Friday night, I started having a burning sensation whenever I peed. Was not pleasant. So Saturday, I went to urgent care and they put me on medication for a UTI. So I started the UTI.
UTI, for people who don't know, urinary tract infection. Seems to be fairly a lot more common in females. My friend seems to have a UTI all the time. I've never really known any male who has a UTI, but normally you get it. Cranberries, like actual legit cranberries, like cranberry juice, cranberries in general, are really great at kind of helping it and stuff like that. Um, But yeah, UTIs aren't fun. Women seem to get them more. Um, just do what you can to kind of, clean down there as best as you can to kind of prevent that from happening. But obviously, a UTI is not this girl's problem.
My medication on Sunday, and then that night I noticed that my right lymph node in my groin was swollen. By Monday, the UTI meds still haven't kicked in. It still really hurt whenever I peed. So I called to make an appointment with my gyno. And it's now Wednesday. My appointment's in like half an hour. This subject is very stigmatized, has a lot of shame around it. But then I noticed warts on my genitals. Very, very painful. These last few days, I've just felt run down, icky, haven't had an appetite, uncomfortable. It hurts to walk. It hurts to sit. Everything hurts. I'm scared. If it's herpes, I know it's not the end of the world. I'm about to go to my appointment now, so I will come back with an update. I have herpes.
You don't say. You don't say. What do you expect is going to happen when you fuck around with multiple people unprotected? Again, if you want to have sex, that's fine. It's not like, oh, John, no, sex is great. If you want to have sex, you should do it. But fucking use protection. I understand that protection isn't always going to be 100% effective. But again, it's like pregnancy. You'd rather say that you had the dude wear a condom and still somehow got pregnant. At least then you took the precaution. Rather take the precaution and unfortunately something happens rather than just, oh yeah, baby, fuck me, come inside my pussy, yeah. It's take precautions. There are people out there who aren't going to tell you that they have something. And again, unless you're with the person and it's a lifelong partner, you should be telling the dude to fucking wrap it the fuck up. Like, fuck. How are we living in 2023 and people still don't know this? I have herpes. You think? This just in. We breathe oxygen. I mean, come on.
If I want to have unprotected sex, I have to tell them. I don't know how this is going to affect my dating life. I can't give birth vaginally if I have an outbreak. I don't know. I don't fucking know how I'm supposed to tell my parents this.
I'm sure they already know. Probably one of those girls who started showing sexual deviance in her teenage years or possibly even younger. And they're kind of like, honestly, we expected this. Why can't you be like your sister? A good Christian girl who waited till marriage. Look what happened when you had premarital sex unprotected. You got fucking herpes. And that's not me saying that. I'm just assuming the parents. If she's saying that her parents will be disappointed in her, I'm just gonna go on the limb, go on the limb here and just say that they're, what you probably would say is more conservative. Why can't you be like your sister? She's married and she's not going around having promiscuous sex and blah blah. Yep. Stop it! You guys can't control my life. It's my body and I can do what I want with it. Well, then you gotta accept the consequences. your body, your choice. Well, then you got to accept the consequences of not having protected sex. So, pregnancy, STDs, you got to accept the consequences. Again, if it is in fact rape, that's one thing. And again, women, I love you ladies. This world would not be here if it wasn't for you ladies. Every one of us had to come out from between the legs of a woman. So we love you guys, ladies. So we do. We love you. And we don't want you to get hurt. You know, that's where that toxic masculinity comes in, where we want to protect you. I must protect you, my queens. Conceal carry. Again, I would love to hear about one of you blowing the ball stack off some dude who tries to take advantage of you. Obviously, I hope it never comes to that. You know, because I'm not saying I want you guys to get taken advantage of. But if you ever found yourself in a situation, trust me, you're going to feel more protected and a lot better knowing you have even the tiniest little weapon there, or a knife. Hell, just fucking go to town on his fucking balls. I would love to hear that. Girl fights off attacker by stabbing him 100 times in the fucking sack. When they find him, he's been stabbed so many times that his balls are basically hanging on by like a vessel. I would love to hear that, because you ladies are not powerless. You have the strength to do it. All you have to do is just do it. So conceal carry either a gun, even pepper spray. Freaking pick up the biggest can of mace you can find and just go to town on his fucking face. Okay? Because we love you guys and we think rape is wrong and stupid ass dudes taking advantage of people who they think are, not so strong is wrong. And we would love for people like that to get their just desserts. So ladies, please, we implore you, conceal carry, whether it be a gun or a knife or mace or whatever. Just please, just protect yourselves. Okay, that's all we're asking. We've got Thing up there. You should know that things might go south in some situations, even if you're in an area full of people somehow there's always got to be that one person that no one knows how the fuck they got there. It's like, do you know this guy? Nope. And then they're like, oh yeah, hey, you want to go back to my room? And then that's when it happens. Protect yourselves. You have the ability to protect yourselves. But in this case, where she is willingly going out and having promiscuous sex with multiple partners, and of course, it's not just on her, because the people who have these diseases, I'm sure they know full well. In some states, it's actually not illegal, where it should be a crime. There's some like, oh, you're passing STDs out like it's fucking Halloween candy. Nah, not a big deal. But let's finish this video and see what she has to say.
It's also just fucking painful. And I'm gonna have these outbreaks for the rest of my life. I feel like my parents are gonna be so disappointed in me.
Honestly, again, I think it's a little too late for that. I'm sure they've been disappointed in her for a long time. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know why you would put this online. I don't know why you wouldn't expect some kind of backlash when you're basically saying, hey, I like to sleep around like a slut. Fuck around and find out. Seriously. Fuck around and find out. Girls, you are the ones in control of the situation. It is your body, right? It is the male's dick who has to be inserted into you. You have full control of the situation. You know that you can get pregnant. You know that there are STDs. You should be the ones taking precaution as well. Again, If you say, hey, dude, I don't want you coming inside me, or I don't want you fucking me without a condom, and they say no, it's like, well, then we're not having sex. And again, ladies, again, because it always can possibly turn that way, after you say no, that's when they could get forceful. And wouldn't it be nice if you could just, you know, his name is Mr. Stabby, and you do well to listen to him, you know? So it's not one of those situations for her. She's willingly doing this. You know, sexual liberation, man. Sexual liberation, our bodies, exploration. Sexual exploration. We shouldn't be shamed because of our bodies and our nature, man. This is what happens. This is what fucking happens. And again, I'm not saying not to have sex. All right? I'm telling you that if you're going to have sex and you know you're going to be doing it with multiple partners, take the precautions and wrap it the fuck up. And if ladies, same thing. Again, tell the dude to wrap it up. You're not powerless. We're not living in the Stone Age. You know, we're not banging rocks against fucking walls anymore. You know, we have pills. We have condoms. There's no excuse at all for any of this to be happening anymore. Except for, oh, hey, I just don't care, or, but I don't like wearing condoms because I can't feel anything. Well, that's why they have extra thin condoms now. What's the excuse? Gives you the same protection as a condom, but extra thin, so that way you can feel it. Though I doubt your tiny dick would be able to feel much of anything. Because usually it's guys like that, the little tiny dick guys, where they're like, oh, I can't really feel it. I don't like wearing condoms. Well, and buy the extra thin ones. Same strength, extra thin. That lets you feel it. Anyway, well, that all changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Now it burns when she pees. And normally, again, if this was a rape victim, I wouldn't be, but she did this to herself. She did this to herself, and not only that, she's putting it online for everyone to see. I'm surprised she just didn't outright show us her fucking vagina and be like, look what it's done to me! You did this, Jared! You did this! Like, how do you know? Do you know what guy you got it from? But not dissing sex. Sex feels great. But if you're gonna sleep around like this person clearly does, take precautions. It's 2023. There's no excuse anymore. There's none. None at all. If you take those precautions and it still happens, you know, that sucks. You know, but at least you can say you took that precaution rather than just not giving a fuck and just fucking without protection. So, but I'm sure you guys have seen it online and like, wonder what John thinks about this. I'm sure he's got something to say, and he did say, and it didn't disappoint. But anyways, my parents are gonna be so disappointed. Oh, that ship sailed a long time ago. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye.